Hello and welcome to this week's video. Last week in my Q&A I mentioned that I really enjoyed evening rides, so for today's video I thought I'd tell you why. This was yesterday's ride, and first I want to tell you a funny story of what happened when I was getting ready. So I recently bought a new pair of shorts specifically for riding in the evening or doing short rides, so I didn't ruin my nicer pair that I wear for racing and long rides. This meant I had to get them off the washing line as I'd previously worn them early in the week for another evening ride. And when I started getting ready, I turned them the right way round and a butterfly flew out, which made me jump and drop the shorts, but the butterfly seemed okay and flew out the window, and that is something I've never had happen before. Now, onto the ride, and my reasons I really love evening rides. Firstly, they provide really good time to think, without any distractions. And whilst I do some thinking on my weekend rides, I find I have more to think about in the evening, once I've had a full day of work and spoken to a lot of people. And I can be thinking of anything from something that happened during the day and reflecting on that, or my plans for the weekend, or something else that I want to get done that day before going to bed. Anything really. Related to that, an evening ride is a good way to make sure I get some activity during the day, after I've been sitting down at work all day. And if I don't go for a ride, my movement will generally be a walk, but that's not as fun. I also find that I put less pressure on myself to go far if I'm riding in the evening. My evening rides generally are around 12 to 20 miles, which equates to about 50 minutes to an hour and a half, although I have done a couple of 30-mile rides in the evening this summer, and I find this is a great length for a bike ride. However, at the weekend I always think I should be riding for 2 or 3 hours, even if I only want to go for a short ride, especially if I've not got much else planned for the day. Whereas riding in the evening takes away that pressure, because I don't want to be riding too late. I really like this 360 style video because the hedges on one side of the road are dark and on the other side are really light. One of the other great things about riding in the evening is you get more chances of good weather in a week. For example, this weekend it's going to be raining all weekend. But during the week, depending on what else I've got on and other activities, I could have 5 chances to pick the nice days. So this week I was busy on Monday. The weather was looking worse for Tuesday, with it being very windy, so I went for a walk instead. And then I went for an evening ride on Wednesday and Thursday when the weather was nice. So for this ride, it was cloudy, but still rather warm. I'm not a particularly fair weather cyclist, but if I've got the choice I'd definitely go out when it's nicer, and riding in the evening gives me more opportunities to choose. I suppose another reason I like riding in the evening is because it fits better into a racing schedule. In the summer I'm generally racing on a Friday night, which means Saturday is sort of a recovery day, and that limits how much riding I'm doing at the weekend. This week's video would have almost been a race day vlog from last week's mountain bike race, but we got stuck in traffic and I didn't want to rush filming when I needed to be getting ready. I'm focusing on warming up for the race. I don't think I've ever seen this road with 0 cars parked on it, so that surprised me. Finally, just to note, it's about riding the bike when and where makes you happy. I'm sure at some point in the future I'll switch to doing longer rides at the weekend and not riding as much in the week, but for now, evening rides make up most of my riding. Thanks for watching, bye!